In this video, we're going to look at Bitcoin to find out, are we going to break out from the symmetrical triangle and get this bullish move all the way up to the 61.8, or are we going to get this bearish continuation and dump all the way back down to the 23.6? We're going to look at the charts to find out exactly that. But we're also going to look at a strong narrative that saw a major push towards the upside. And yes, this includes PYTH and also Link that saw a major breakout and a continuation even higher, breaking the previous highs. So we're going to look at the retracement levels, but more importantly, what is this driving narrative, and are we going to expect a major altcoin season? So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and welcome back to B4Crypto. I hope you all are doing great. And before we're going to go over to the altcoins, including PYTH and also Link, we're going to go over to Bitcoin to find out what we could expect. Because yes, we're going to start on the daily chart of Bitcoin, and perfectly within this range I uploaded the previous video on Friday, exactly here, where I told you we could expect this retracement all the way back down to the 38.2, because we can see that the 13 moving average, the white line, and also the 50 moving average are exactly within this major support box. So guys, yes, we could expect this continuation, but now we have to find out what is going to be the bullish and even the bearish case if we're going to break out from the symmetrical triangle, because first of all, a symmetrical triangle is a neutral pattern. It can break out towards the upside or even towards the downside if we're going to break these major trend lines exactly here and also here. So first of all, we're going to look at the bearish case if we're going to see this continuation from the symmetrical triangle towards the downside. So we're going to look at the measured move exactly from the potential breakout point exactly here. This would bring us all the way back down to this major support box exactly here, where we saw a lot of wicks for Bitcoin coming all the way back down into the zone, and we got this fast move towards the upside. So yes, this is the bottom of this major accumulation phase for Bitcoin. And this would be around about the levels of $40,200. But guys, this wouldn't be the end of the world, because yes, overall in the structure, we would still see that Bitcoin would still be forming a higher low exactly here. And this would mean that yes, the overall trend could still be turning around exactly within the zone and form a major W, come all the way back up to the neckline and see this continuation even higher. It only gets dangerous if Bitcoin is going to lose this major level, the 100 moving average, and also the low exactly here at the levels of $38,521. And exactly within this level, I would turn bearish if we're going to break this towards the downside, guys. But ultimately, we're going to look at the bullish case for Bitcoin if we're going to see this breakout towards the upside. And again, we're going to take the width from the symmetrical triangle, drag it over to the potential breakout point, which would be exactly here. Guys, this would bring us all the way up above our price target, the 61.8, from this major move towards the downside, all the way from the swing high. We took the Fibonacci retracement levels all the way to the swing low, and yes, this would have been a 23.6 retracement from this major move, but we could see that the price came all the way up to the 50% mark, the 50 Fibonacci retracement level. But ultimately, we can see we had this perfect bounce on this rising trend line and also the 38.2. So overall, this is a sideways consolidation within this range, and we could expect, if Bitcoin is going to form higher lows, then we could expect this continuation and this breakout from the symmetrical triangle, and this would bring us all the way up above the 61.8. So this is going to be extremely important, that Bitcoin is going to hold this range and come all the way back up above this major trend lines that we broke towards the downside exactly here and also here. So this is going to be extremely important, that Bitcoin is going to break out from the symmetrical triangle. But overall, guys, if we're going to lose the 38.2, which is exactly within the support box and round about the levels of 42,238, then we could expect this continuation towards the downside with the first price target, this major support box, and also the 23.6. But if we're going to see this breakout from this downward sloping trend and maybe even a retest, this would be the perfect entry to take it all the way up to the 61.8 at the levels of $44,700. But ultimately, guys, we could come all the way back up to this major zone and the $45,400 for Bitcoin, where we can see some major resistance. But yes, guys, we could also see some sideways movement and a continuation within the symmetrical triangle before we're going to get the breakout within the next 3 days. Because yes, this is the deadline of this symmetrical triangle, so we have to break it either towards the upside or towards the downside. But let's go down on the even lower time frames on the 4-hour chart, because here we can perfectly see that Bitcoin is ranging in between resistance and also support, but overall we can see that the price movement is really coiling up and that Bitcoin is still forming higher lows, and this ultimately is bullish, guys. So expect some consolidation within the zone, maybe a fake out or even a fake out towards the upside. But overall, guys, I expect this bullish move towards the upside. And why? Because yes, for over 1 week we are trading within the zone, and this just gives me the indication that this zone is extremely strong and that we are forming higher lows. This gives me the bullish indication that this is a consolidation before the next major leg towards the upside. So ultimately this zone is going to be extremely important for Bitcoin to either get this bullish impulse or even this bearish continuation. But let's go over to PYTH, and we saw this major push towards the upside, and we came all the way to the levels of nearly 60 cents, and afterwards we saw this retracement all the way back down. But we're going to find out, was this a healthy retracement, or could we expect a continuation, maybe even to the 13 moving average, before we're going to get this major impulse towards the upside? Because it's obvious we're at the previous highs, and after we're going to break the previous highs, guys, PYTH is going to be in price discovery mode. But why are we seeing overall that PYTH and Link are getting this major impulse towards the upside? Guys, we're talking about real world assets, and this is going to be a driving narrative within the next bull market, and PYTH and also Link are price aggregators for major companies that are using real world asset tokenization of real world assets. And here we're talking about the tokenization of real estate, art, or even collectible items. So this is going to be a driving factor, because BlackRock and Larry Fink said that the future in finance is going to be the tokenization of real world assets. So I believe that Link and PYTH is going to be a driving narrative within this next bull market. So ultimately we're going to look at the retracement levels for PYTH, and for that we're going to go on the lower time frames. On the 4-hour chart, we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement levels from this major zone, from the previous low all the way to the swing high, and then we perfectly can see that we got some resistance at the 23.6, and we came all the way back down nearly to the 61.8, which is this major breakout zone exactly here. But now we can see that the price movement consolidated, and we got some resistance in between the 23.6 and the 38.2. So ultimately, guys, we could expect this continuation at least to the 61.8 or even to the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level to retest this major breakout. Because yes, we could say that we have this major breakout zone exactly here from this ascending triangle that we have been forming exactly on the 4-hour chart, and we saw this bullish breakout, but we didn't see this retest. So this could be our perfect retest and the entry zone, that we're going to see this continuation towards the 61.8, retest this major breakout zone, form a higher low for PYTH, and then we're going to see this turnaround in this breakout, breaking the previous highs. But yes, we could also expect that the price movement of PYTH is going to turn around within the zone, and that we're going to see this continuation. But guys, overall we're seeing this retracement, these healthy retracements after this massive breakouts towards the upside. And talking about massive breakout, let's go over to Link, because yes, on the daily chart we can see that Link broke perfectly out from this downward sloping trend. We're getting this major push exactly towards my major resistance zone, and for that we're going to go on the weekly chart, because yes, I've been talking about this major resistance for a very long time, because I told you if we're going to break this major level exactly here of $16, we could expect this massive breakout all the way up to the $21 level, because ultimately if we're going to look at the fibs from the all-time high all the way to the bottom, guys, this is going to be the important level, the 61.8, which is normally a retracement. After this massive move, we could expect a 61.8 retracement and dump even lower and see a continuation all the way back down to at least the 23.6. But guys, if we're going to break the 61.8, or we're going to break this level and hold it as support, this could mean that yes, our next price target for Link is ultimately going to be the 78.6, which is all the way at the levels of $32. So this would be a great entry to dollar cost average, and even if we're going to get this dump even lower, maybe even all the way back to this major support and also the 38.2, this would be a great opportunity to lower your entry into dollar cost average even more, because ultimately this real world asset is going to drive major adoption. And yes, Chainlink and PYTH are major incorporated with real world assets, so I could expect this major breakout and this bullish move within the next bull run. But guys, we're going to find out, are we going to see our altcoin season very soon? And for that we're going to go over the crypto market RSI heat map. And at the moment, yes, we can see that Link is all the way up here, at the overbought territory. So yes, this gives us the indication that we could expect a small retracement for Link, but overall we can see that PYTH is closely getting to the neutral area. So this is ultimately quite bullish, and we could expect that PYTH is going to turn around soon, exactly within these levels, maybe even all the way to the 61.8, and that we're going to see this reversal. But for Link, we need to go on the lower time frames, because yes, here we saw this massive breakout from this downward sloping trend, exactly here. This would have been a great entry for a trade after we broke this previous highs to enter exactly here. But guys, now we have to find out what is going to be the next major retracement level, and for that we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement level, drag it all the way from the previous low all the way to the swing high, and then we can see, guys, we could expect a 23.6 retracement, or even come all the way back down to the 61.8. But guys, after we saw this small retracements and this fast moves towards the upside, we could expect that yes, we're not going to dump lower than the 38.2, which is going to be also exactly the 50 moving average round about the $17 level. But ultimately guys, we could even expect this dump to the 23.6, form a higher low, and see this continuation even higher. Because yes, trading is all about possibilities, and if we're going to hold this level for the bullish structure and break out from these levels, exactly this is going to be the direction that we're going to trade in. And if we're going to break the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, we're going to short it exactly here all the way to the 38.2. So it's all about possibilities. But guys, if you want to find out how to use the Fibonacci retracement level, make sure to subscribe and smash up the like button, because I'm going to upload a dedicated video tomorrow. So make sure to be subscribed. So let's go over to the next information, which could give us the indication that we're getting closer to altcoin season. Yes, the altcoin season index, because we can see that it turned around exactly here. It found perfect support exactly from this major support zone exactly here. So is this the beginning of a major altcoin season? Guys, we're going to find out what we're going to see for Bitcoin. Are we going to see this consolidation or even break this level? Because then we could expect that the altcoins are going to see this retracement. But overall, if we're going to see this consolidation or even this breakout for Bitcoin, we could expect that the overall crypto market is going to turn around. And if you want to find out more about crypto, guys, go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group. And if you want to trade all of these moves, make sure to use these links to receive a major deposit bonus. And please support this channel by smashing up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.